Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's vlog. I'm super excited about this week's vlog because I did something kind of different. I decided instead of doing just, chronological like I normally do, that I would take a couple of weeks and I would highlight the fun and the happy things that happened in my life. And this proved to be a very profound experience because I was in need of some fun and happy. And the thing is, I knew I had to film fun and happy for you guys. So some of the fun and happy would have happened no matter what. Some of the fun and happy I did because I knew I wanted to talk about fun and happy, and it made me feel fun and happy. So once again, you guys have come in clutch and were there for me, and I so appreciate you. And this whole idea started because I was chatting with my neighbor across the street, Sandra, and she and I were talking about how all of a sudden everything feels like a 5 out of 5. Everything. The intensity of the devastation going on in the world, horrible, horrible things happening in our personal lives, things that are important, that we need to know about, that are worthy of our attention. But sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you do need to practice that joy as a form of resistance because the activism will still be there and the spreading awareness will still be there. And our souls need nourishment of fun and happy. And so that started it. It started clicking around in my head and I was like, okay, for this week's vlog, we are going to do all fun and happy. And the timing worked out great because the number one fun and happy thing we're going to talk about is my birthday, which was July 17th. And we're going to talk about a whole bunch of other fun and happy stuff. There's a bag unboxing. We're going to talk about some upcoming travel plans. There's a trip to the library. Today is going to be fun. So pour yourself a glass of wine, fix yourself a cup of tea, get yourself a Diet Coke, whatever your beverage is of choice. Grab yourself a snack, maybe a really good piece of chocolate. And let's just take a minute and have some fun. So let's start with my birthday. So I turned 55 on July 17th. And all I really asked for is for all three of my sons to be home and their partners. One of the partners couldn't make it. My son Matt's fiance, Ren. Ren, we missed you desperately. But Will and Mike, his partner, made it. My oldest son, who lives here with us, he was there. And then my son Matt flew in from Denver. Scott was there. My mom was there. That would have been enough for me, just having everybody here. Some of you know we recently moved my mom to be closer to us. So having her at my birthday, I don't even have words for how amazing that was. But then also too, they made it such a beautiful day for me. Everything from, we had cake and champagne. Scott bought me beautiful roses. There were flowers everywhere. The people I love were in the room. They gave me the most thoughtful gifts, which completely blew me away. That really meant a lot to me. Mike, Will's partner, actually bought me this beautiful scarf, this handmade silk screen scarf. And then he was like, yeah, it goes out in the backyard. He's like, yeah, I thought it was that particular type of poplar. It's like, what are you talking about? He's like, the pattern on your scarf, it's the leaves of this particular tree that happens to be in my backyard. Like, what? Who is that way? Who is that considerate? They also gave me this beautiful antique blue hen jar, like candy dish, that I absolutely love. My other two sons did a little Joe Malone shopping spree for me. Y'all know I love some good Joe Malone candles. Scott gave me some beautiful jewelry. And the truth is, as special as all the gifts were, just having them all around the table, I have no words. I didn't film any of it. My husband took some pictures and I'll insert those as I'm talking about it. But we ended the day going to our favorite local Italian restaurant, which I will not tell you the name of because it's phenomenal and we can never get a table. So you don't get to know because I don't want everybody taking my reservation. But yeah, it was just a really happy, beautiful day. And I'm so, so, so very grateful. So yeah. As we move through the fun and happy things, not all of them are going to be as dramatic as my big, beautiful birthday. But we also had another birthday that was just a few days later. All of my kids' birthdays are clumped together, which I don't hate. It's kind of fun. I call it birthday season because we have 2 July birthdays and 2 August birthdays in our family. I will say all 3 of my sons are Leos. So yes, that was really fun for me, especially when they were teenagers. Yay me. Anyway, let's dive into the rest of the vlog. I am so excited that you're here. If you've never watched one of my vlogs, I'm Jen. I am a middle-aged woman who I can say that, but you can't. I am mostly an empty nester. One of our sons still lives with us. We call him our house manager because he's the one who takes care of our dogs and our house when we both travel. I make content about travel. I also make content about my journey with my mom and her Alzheimer's diagnosis. I make content about home organization, stuff here at home, just all the things that bring me joy. If you would take a minute and subscribe, if you've been watching my content for a while and you've never taken the time to do that, it would mean the world to me. And if everybody would give it a like, that would really help me out here on YouTube. Okay, let's get into the rest of the fun things. This is gonna be fun, trust me. I had to brush off my knowledge of the Dewey Decimal System. You still need it when you go to the regular library and you're just looking for books. So I went to the section for travel, which was right next to biographies, and then I looked at some other stuff in that same section, and I was so brought back to when I was a kid, and I spent pretty much every day in the library. For most of my childhood and young adult life, that was like my happy place. So I chose some really interesting books. This one is called When Women Invented Television, which I've always known that women had a really strong presence in the beginning days of television, but I wanted to read more about that. It looked really interesting. I got a biography of E.B. White. Charlotte's Web was one of my favorite books growing up, and this biography looked really good, really nature inspired. I thought that might be good. I also got my first book by Mary Kay Andrews. I have never read her books. It's kind of funny, but I came across her because Homeworthy did a tour of her house. She lives in Avondale Estates here in Atlanta, and so I was really interested once I learned more about her. And then I found out that she got really mad at a certain person in our government and got a lot of hate for it. So I was like, I want to read one of her books. So that's exciting. And then I got Essential Italy. Now this is the 2024 Essential Italy. It's not the 2025, but it's a 2024. I will talk more when I get back to the house about why this was necessary. But we have quite an adventure planned at the end of September, and I wanted to read a book. I didn't want to read it on a website. I didn't want to look at a YouTube video. Obviously, love me some YouTube videos. Thank you for watching this one. But yeah, I wanted to read an actual book, so there you go. What a pretty day. So some of y'all know I get myself or ask for a new bag pretty much Christmas and birthday. That's kind of been my rotation. And at Christmas time, Scott gave me my new Gucci bag, which I just adore. But I was looking for something a little bigger to take to mom's, to take around town. I'm needing to carry more stuff. I've looked at this bag for a while. It's from Coach. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it, but I went ahead and bought it like for my birthday gift. So I had it wrapped. So I might return it, but I still had it wrapped. Coach works like Tory Burch and a lot of the others where you can get free gift wrap. It's so fun. I put on the tag, happy birthday to me from me. Sadie's going to help us do the unboxing. Here is my gift box. This is good to know though too. Sadie, do you mind if you ever did do a unboxing or like if you sent someone a gift from Coach, knowing that this is how it would come? I mean, how beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? This will make you guys laugh. Happy birthday from me to me. We should do that as the thumbnail. Ah. Anyway, I haven't done like a frivolous unboxing in a while. This is good for me. It's all about balance, right? Thank you for shopping at Coach. We hope you enjoy your purchase. Thank you. Look how pretty the bow is. You like that, Sadie? Sadie is unimpressed, but I'm very impressed. And this is the box that it comes in. So this is not a new bag. This is a bag that has been out for a while. And I actually tried it on at our local Dillard's. I didn't care for it, but then I watched a couple of reviews. I have a deep, dark secret, you guys. My like guilty pleasure is I watch a lot of bag videos on YouTube. If you didn't know that, I do. Not for like ridiculously priced. I don't do Hermes. I have 2 Gucci bags that I own. So I'm not really that price point, but Coach, Longchamp, Tory Burch, some of my faves. There you go. Sorry, I'll stop talking. Even the inner packaging. This is the Lana bag. Lana or Lana, I'm not sure, probably Lana. It does come with the dust bag. One thing I like about ordering, it's kind of like my freak flag moment, because some of you don't know that I'm this into bags, but that I like ordering from Coach itself as opposed to ordering from Dillard's. Is when you order from Dillard's, you get like a generic dust bag, not the one that's specific for that particular bag. But when you order from Coach itself, you get the one from that particular bag. I ordered it in black because I do not have a like tote in black. I have a brown tote. I have a navy blue tote. I don't have one in black. And this is the bag. Okay, she's really pretty coming out of the box. It is in the pebbled leather. And I'll show it to you guys up front. Up close, I mean. This is in the pebbled leather. This comes in 2 sizes. It comes in this size, and then it comes in a 23. I'm not even sure they still have the 23 in stock anywhere, but this is the size of the bag. I will show you guys later in this video what actually fits in this bag, but already pulling it out, I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with the pebbled leather. It feels very substantial. Like that was one thing with the reviews I had read, because when I'm at mom's or like if I'm working in a coffee shop or whatever, this needs to like plop down on the floor and I need it to stand up. Look how pretty it is on the side. I just love that. That shape is just, I don't know why it didn't appeal to me at first, and now I like love it. So just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna take everything out kind of carefully in case I need to put it all back. But when you open it up, this is another thing I loved about it, there is a snap closure for the whole bag, and then there is a zipper in the middle. So see, and the interior is not black, it's orange. So if you don't lose stuff in the deep, dark caverns of your bag, this won't be for travel. Y'all know I have plenty of travel totes. This will be for every day. But it's funny how moving mom closer to us has kind of changed. Like I'm going out a lot more than I was. I'm just doing a lot more things. So you have these 2 pockets on either side. Then you have this zipper pouch in the middle. And one of the things I love is the zipper goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag. So that's a substantial size compartment. So that's probably where I would put my wallet, my phone, all of that. And then inside the zipper compartment, you have another compartment that also has a snap. That was kind of hard to unsnap, but you can see right here, there's another compartment. And this is the little Coach authenticating thing. That also snaps closed. So really good for organization because I can put my wallet, probably my wallet and my phone and my keys, right, would go in there. And then these 2 sections are just open. And if I had it like really full, I could see it getting really heavy, but that's kind of true of any bag. Everyone was talking about how heavy it was. I'm like, it doesn't really feel all that heavy. I mean, you're not going to get this much leather, although I did just buy a Hobo tote, a work tote for a friend that I'm gonna link in the description box. It's less expensive than this, and y'all, it is so lightweight. I was shocked, and the leather on it is beautiful. In fact, in the back of my mind, I was like, when I open this, if I don't absolutely love it, I might go and get that Hobo bag instead. It has the regular hang tag, not the 1941 hang tag. Everybody with the Coach bags is doing all of the charms and everything. That's not really my thing. Not really into that. I will do a scarf occasionally. This one, I mean, you could tie a scarf on there. It's not a fantastic handle for that, but it definitely has spaces where like you could put a charm or whatever on there if you were into that sort of thing. I am not. And it does just have, and the inside, is the inside leather too? I can't tell if that inside is leather or vinyl, but it's beautiful. And I love that it's like shiny. So I feel like it will wipe clean really easily, which is great for longevity. All right, so impressions, first opening it up. This should kind of tell you everything you need to know because I'm already taking the zipper thing off, which usually for me means we're keeping it. I love it. I love the structure. I mean, I watched like 15 videos on it. It's really good, like escapist YouTube watching, because it's just not important. Oh, and there's feet on the bottom. So that's another thing. If you're putting it on the floor, restaurant, coffee shop, mom's house, whatever, it's really good that it has feet. I love it. I love it. I love the way it looks. Like, it's just like the perfect size. I love it. Okay, editing, Jen. I filmed that first segment and now I'm doing the editing. We're all over the place today. Welcome. I went ahead and ordered the Hobo Bag that I referenced in there, and I wanted to show it to you guys. It's a very different bag than the Coach one, and I'm gonna keep it, and I actually really love it, but it serves a different purpose. So this is the bag. The brand is called Hobo, and it's new to me. I'm still kind of looking, sorry, I shook the desk. I'm still looking into their manufacturing practices. It is an American company. They source their leathers from Italy. The company's been around for a long time. The leather on this is absolutely gorgeous. I only paid $123 for this, but that is not the retail price. The retail price is actually $258. I got the deal I got because Hobo has their own pre-loved site. I love from a sustainability standpoint and also from a value standpoint when a brand does that. And in this particular case, the woman that resold it had never used it. Like, it was still in its original packaging. So that kind of blew my mind. But it's got this gorgeous stitching, kind of similar to the Coach bag. It does have not metal feet, but you know, it has a separate piece for feet. The thing I loved about this one is it actually will hold my laptop, whereas the Coach bag won't. It holds it kind of floppy, if that makes sense. So I certainly wouldn't travel with my laptop in here, but days when I'm going to mom's and just grabbing my laptop to like show her something or whatever, it has the same interior zipper compartment that goes the whole length of the bag. The Coach bag retails for $4.95. Yikes. This bag retails for $258, and it comes in two sizes. It comes in this size and it comes in one larger that also has a trolley handle. I think this is a beautiful bag. I also think this is like a bag you will have for a very, very, very long time. If you know anything about this brand, maybe everyone knows about this brand but me, but if you know anything about Hobo brand, I know it's female owned. I am questioning, to be honest, because the light's not really great right now, but it's lined in orange too, just like the Coach bag. So did Coach copy them or did they copy Coach? I don't know. But I love that there's an orange interior because things don't get lost in the deep recesses of the bag. It has a little more organization on these side pieces and things. I will link this one below as well. Again, it's not like let me hold them up close. If you're not interested in this, that's okay. They're very different bags. The Coach bag is definitely heavier because the leather is just a lot more substantial. This bag feels a lot more grown up, a lot more formal. You can definitely see the quality difference between the two. Like, I'm not sure if it's reading on camera, but I can see the quality difference. But if you're looking for a really beautiful leather tote that's really good, high quality, I think this is great. Like, I'm amazed at the zipper. Again, I don't have experience with this brand, so please do your own research. But right now, looking at it at $258, I think this is really beautiful. Okay, moving on. We are gonna go to Ulta because my wonderful sister-in-law gave me a $25 gift card to there for my birthday. I think they carry Beekman 1802. I don't know. I might film in the store, I might not. I've not been in an Ulta Beauty in a while. So yeah, let's go check it out. Okay, that was super fun. Yes, Ulta does carry Beekman 1802. I just bought a couple of things. I got more of the Dream Booster. So very happy with this, and I'm gonna run out, I can already tell. The size I have was a sample. It was what I got in the advent calendar I got from them. Speaking of which, word on the street is that they sell a refill for the advent calendar. So if they do, I hope that they do, and I'm gonna have my husband refill it so that it will be a surprise. And then I got more of the Milkshake Hyaluronic and Squalane Facial Toner Mist. Love this stuff. I love it particularly for travel. They had a bigger size, but I got it in the smaller size so that I can stick it in my bag, because this one is how many ounces? 2 fluid ounces, so it's under the liquids rule. So I now have 2 of those, so I can put one in my everyday bag and one in my travel bag. And I got my lip liner. I got the Estee Lauder Spice color. I hope it's the right color to go with a Covetable. It seemed like it was. And then I got another of the Covetable 818 because I want to have one upstairs in my bathroom and I want to have one in my bag. So now I have 2 of those. And that was it. A tiny little bag. I had a $25 gift card and still managed to spend $104 because that's how it works. Okay, so this falls under the heading of frivolous and fun. This is a bag I bought for my mom many Christmases ago. I don't think she's ever used it, but I found it when we were cleaning at her house. So whenever I buy her little goodies, I put them in this bag, and that's how I separate out, like, I'll go to Costco and get us something and split it between she and I, or like what I did today, I just bought her. Mom is a very devout Christian, and she will love this. God is Love color, 60 inspirational Bible verses. And I also love this because we can do this together. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Like, she'll love that. She was also an artist for many years. And then I also got her a new thing of very fun Artist Loft watercolor pencils. So those will go in there. And the little pencil sharpener for it. So, boop, all in there. That's fun and frivolous. Okay, it is time for fun thing. I think this is fun thing number 4. I'm getting ready to hop in the shower and do my hair and makeup. We are going out for fancy dinner. One of my sons has a birthday today. So since it's only one of them, it's the one that's not the twins. And it's going to be really fun. We're going to a really nice steakhouse. It has been a minute since I've gotten really dressed up for fancy dinner. I'm wearing my silk dress. I'm excited about my shoes and my bag and all the things. So let me go shower and start that whole process. And then I'll show you the complete look. And I might talk for a minute about my shoes and my bag. I don't know. We'll see how chatty I get. And also how much time I have, because I'm not going to lie, I have cut this a little bit close. So I need to get my act together. So yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, here is the whole outfit head to toe. We've got our neutral shoes with a cute little strap. We've got our Lily Silk wrap dress. By the way, it does have pockets. Mulberry bag. You could wear this longer too, but I have it doubled. I feel like that makes it a little more formal. My pearls that I got for my 16th birthday, and these little gold earrings that I got at Nordstrom a while ago, but I just love them. And yeah, that's the whole look. So I'm excited. I might show you a little bit of footage from dinner. I might not. The child whose birthday it is very anti-social media, but I might at least show you pictures of my food because that's fun. And we plan on getting a good bottle of wine. And yeah, I feel cute. I cannot believe I have a son that is 29 years old. That is bonkers bananas to me. And yet, here we go. So yeah, don't blink. That's the moral of the story. Okay, fun thing number 5, Lenny. I don't know if we're on number 5 or number 6. I think we're on fun thing number 5 or 4. I've lost track. So fun thing number 4 or 5 or 6 is planning for our trip to Italy. Now, this trip, we are flying in and out of Milan. It is roughly 7 weeks from the time that you're seeing this video go up. So we have a minute. This is not a last minute trip. Scott and I have not been on a big out of the country trip together since our trip to Greece 2 years ago. I travel very differently with Scotty than when I'm traveling like on a cruise or something like that. And it's really, I won't say one is better than the other, but it's the way he prefers to travel. And if I'm being completely honest, it's kind of the way I prefer to travel too. We're going to be in Italy for 8 nights total. Our travel night will be the night that we fly over. So it's like a 10-day trip, but 9 nights essentially. And half the time, so we're flying in and out of Milan. Half the time we will be in Cinque Terre, which if you're not familiar with it, it is this absolutely incredible area of Italy along the coast, 5 villages connected by train or ferry, or you can hike. For frame of reference, if you've seen the film Luca, that is where they took their inspiration from for that film. It's incredible. We've both always wanted to go. Cannot wait. And then the other half of the time, we are going to be in Lago Maggiore. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, which actually we're going to be in the Switzerland side. So the Ticino region of Switzerland actually has Italian influence. I think it used to be part of Italy. I'm not 100% clear on the history there, but they speak Italian. There's Italian food. But anyway, yeah, it's a very Italian influenced part of Switzerland. And we're going to be staying right on the lake in Locarno. Cannot wait. It is going to be a very chill trip. We are going in very much planning on asking, the person who runs the apartment that we're staying in, where they think is good to eat. We plan on asking at the hotel. We plan on being in the place long enough to actually not feel, we're going to be tourists. Let's be real. There's no questioning the fact that we're Americans when we're in a space. But we'll be there morning, noon, and night and kind of get into the rhythm of the communities, which is what I really, really love. And I've been in Italy a lot in the last couple years, but all the trips have been super scheduled. This is not that. We're on the water in both locations. There's a lot of planes, trains, and automobiles involved, which Scotty was like, stop getting stressed. They're used to lost Americans. We'll be able to figure it out. And honestly, if a travel YouTube vlogger and an international airline captain cannot figure this out, maybe it's unknowable. Maybe no one can figure it out. I feel confident we're going to be okay. And if we're not, it'll be a good part of the adventure. So I've spent the better part of the last couple days watching YouTube videos, that book I got from the library, looking up, not so much, like I said, not like specific things to do, but more like learning about the region. I want to know, like, of the 5 villages that comprise Cinque Terre. Some are known for fishing, some are known for food, some are known for, one of them has the best swimming beach. It's an area with a lot of outdoor activities, which we love. And one of the things when we did our Greece trip that we scheduled that I loved was we said every day we're going to do a physical activity, every day we're going to do a cultural activity, and every day we're going to have some downtime. And for the way we like to travel, that worked out really, really well. So I'm not overly planning, but I was more just like wanting to do a little bit of dreaming. And I am going to be bringing you lots of videos for my prep for this trip. I started mapping out like my outfits because our apartment in Cinque Terre, there are 75 steps to get up to the apartment. And just because we're going to be on lots of planes, trains, and automobiles, I have to pack even lighter than normal. And I really want to be smart with what I pack. And so I've already purchased a couple things. I purchased a really cute skirt from Title IX. And I'm in that really fun planning stage. And don't worry, I will be bringing you all kinds of videos as we plan out our trip. So we thought about going to Lake Como, but the more we looked into it, Lake Como has gotten very, very expensive, and it's also very, very crowded. And the Ticino area of Switzerland, just the whole, that area, Lake Maggiore, please, if I'm butchering that, forgive me, I'm learning. That whole area just seemed more our style, more laid back, a lot of hiking. And I've never been to Switzerland, even though it's like the Italian side of Switzerland. I'm so freaking excited. And I'm so excited because I feel like it's been a while since I've done this kind of Europe trip. And it is really my favorite. So yeah, that will be our last fun thing to talk about for today's vlog. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Stick around for more fun videos as I prepare for my trip to Italy, more fun videos here at home, then of course the trip vlogs. My next video, I'm actually gonna be filming, if not this next week, then the week after, a kind of what not to pack when you go to Europe based on some mistakes I made from my last couple trips. And I hope you'll stick around. So whatever you're doing, I hope you're finding joy, and I'll see you next time.